Hello everyone and welcome to video number 2 in the TradingView section. So I'm just briefly going to go over what exactly we're trying to do here and what these charts do, what they measure, and the overall goal of this whole chart analysis and technical analysis. So essentially charts measure three things. There's three things on the chart. There's the price, which is the vertical y-axis. There is the time, which is the horizontal x-axis. And there is the volume, which are the bars on the bottom. There's also other indicators and oscillators that measure volume. There's a few different ways to do it, but those are the main three things that are getting measured. So there's some other things that can go on the charts, like these little notes and stuff I put on here, but that's not exactly what we're talking about. Essentially, we're measuring price action and volume, and those three things are the main component to markets and what's happening. Everything else is pretty much extracted from those information, those calculations, all the indicators, all the oscillators, all the moving averages. Pretty much everything are all just mathematical derivatives of those three things. So once you understand that, and this is the starting point, this is where it all comes from, that kind of makes things a little more clear. So what do we do with this information? How can we use this to our advantage? Well, the main point of this is to compare the current market conditions to the historical data. So essentially, we're looking at what's going on right now and looking for some patterns, similarities to what happened before. Now, history does not repeat exactly, but it is often similar. And the more you do this, the more you look at these charts, the more you study them, the more you paper trade or actually trade, and the more you get in the game and do this, the better you're going to be at it. Just like anything else, you play a sport or martial arts or whatever it is, just the more you practice and do it and study, the better you're going to get. And this is not an easy game. Most people do not come out ahead. But if you really work at it and you really try and you really focus and you really study, you can do it. Anybody can do it. It just takes a lot of work and a lot of experience. But if you have the proper education and the time to dedicate to it, it can be done. So that's what I'm here to try to help you to do. So basically, statistics are a key point of this. For example, we can look at these volume spikes here and see that they kind of correlate with some of the bottoms of the market, right? So you can just take a quick look at this, say, hey, these volume spikes are lining up with these peaks and troughs of the market. So right there, you got a little clue. Hey, I'm going to look for the volume spikes, and when I see them reaching these abnormal levels, that is a warning sign that something might be happening. There might be a potential reversal. So that's just a small example of how to use statistics. Again, you can use it for many other things, not just volume, but essentially you're comparing the current market conditions to what's happened previously. You're trying to extract some patterns, some similarities, and make an educated guess as to what is going to happen. And you're never going to be 100% accurate. Nobody is. But the more you do it and the more data you gather, the more accurate you're going to be. So that is a brief intro to charting and TA. Again, the whole point is to try to make an educated guess on the next direction of the market. You can see here that, just looking at this, we had our downtrend and we're popping back up. Similar to what happened here, downtrend, and we're starting to pop back up. And if you measure that with the time, this is where the time dimension comes in. So how long was that? About 637 days. What do we got here? About 420. If we go to this other peak, 623. So that's pretty close. And that's what I mean by looking for patterns and similarities and possibly getting some similar results. All right, so that is a basic intro. I'll be making some more videos and more detail on how to read these charts in more depth. So stay tuned for that. Thanks for tuning in. Like and subscribe if you like what you see.